Please.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. As we meet here today, it can be all too easy to take our digitised world for granted. It's been over 40 years since Arthur C. Clarke stated that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. To an average citizen of, say, the 1960s, our digitally connected world of today would have been scarcely imaginable, and would have been deemed, if perhaps not the stuff of magic, certainly the stuff of science fiction. Now we are all inhabitants of Marshall McLuhan's global village. It's difficult to overstate the impact this has had upon our way of life. At no point in the history of our species has it been easier to acquire new knowledge. Goethe may have said that one who cannot draw in 3,000 years is living from hand to mouth, but today, via a smartphone, one can now access the entirety of human knowledge from hand to eye. Never has it been easier to trade from the streets of Mongkok to the slopes of Montmartre, from Tokyo's Akihabara to Glasgow's Barras. Not one of those great districts, rightly famed for their markets and street trade, can compete in range and reach with the omnipresence of the World Wide Web and its vast array of shops and traders. The effects of digitalisation upon our civic life, our political process, our media, and even our language, #ScottParl16, have been profound. It has, for instance, never been easier for people to contact and interact with their elected representatives in governing bodies. Online platforms have posed challenges for traditional print media and given opportunities to others. The results of this have been as complicated and unpredictable as any other aspect of life. As significant as the impact felt to date has been, the developments and advances in the digitalisation of our life in the coming years and decades are likely to be monumental and potentially redefine our understanding of what it is to be human. However, before turning to these more speculative matters, I would like to put on the record my support for this government's approach to realising Scotland's full potential in the digital world. I applaud the ambition to deliver fibre optic broadband to 95% of Scottish premises by the end of next year, and the commitment to 100% by the end of this Parliament. This is something that will be warmly welcomed by many of my constituents in Renfrewshire South, particularly in Howwood and Lochwinnoch, where there are too many who currently are unable to enjoy the internet speeds available in other parts of my constituency. Equally welcome are the plans to work with industry on a mobile programme to address gaps in 4G coverage, of which, again, there are several in Renfrewshire South. With mobile connectivity now of such importance in our lives, it is vital that coverage is as wide as possible. The government's vision for both superfast broadband and 4G is one which will contribute significantly towards achieving digital equality. However, digital equality requires more than equality of access. For Scotland to realise its full potential in a digital world, it is vital that digital literacy is enhanced, and I welcome the government's recognition of this in its motion, which refers to both skills and participation. Presiding Officer, the realisation of the government's vision for Scotland's digital future will equip the country with the infrastructure, resources and skills that will allow Scotland to realise its digital potential. In realising that potential, however, it is also vital that it is informed by the values of equity and equality. The digital revolution has been an enabler for the emergent gig economy or access economy. While this represents an important development, allowing individuals to monetise their existing assets and skills, it is also equally another manifestation of the economic instability experienced by the contemporary precariat generation. Scotland's digital future must be one that is inclusive, where the benefits are shared by all and not accrued to the privileged few. We must also be aware of the role that digitalisation has in relation to automation and AI. Many professions, from paralegals to truck drivers, will be challenged in the coming decades by the introduction of machines which can perform tasks more efficiently and for less cost. While the government cannot be realistically expected to predicate policy in such inchoate technologies, it can take this opportunity to embed values and principles which will ensure that the human cost of the disruptive effects of continued and future digitalisation are minimalised and mitigated. Of similar importance are the areas of security and of data, its regulation and privacy. It has been said that when something online is free, you're not the customer, you're the product. Regardless of whether or not we are paying, data generated from our online activity has a huge number of applications, both positive and negative. As we move into the era of the Internet of Things, where even the use of household appliances will produce data capable of capture, it is vital that we are continually vigilant of any attempts by corporate interests to undermine citizens' rights to privacy and ensure that our frameworks and regulations keep apace with technological developments. In closing, Presiding Officer, I think it is fair to say that there is broad agreement across this chamber that Scotland must realise and embrace its digital future. As Scotland realises its digital potential stands to benefit significantly, both economically and, crucially, socially. I commend the Government in bringing this motion to Parliament, and I look forward to both my constituents in Renfrewshire South and indeed communities across Scotland enjoying the benefits of greater connectivity and digitalisation.
Thank you very much, Mr.